So I have been, since my work is usually working with those who are more sensitive, more open, and more empathic, I find that I don't really have to focus on helping people open up. That primarily at first it's just getting comfortable with feeling and also having a container around what we feel and knowing that we can handle what we feel. And along with this, I found how important it is to actually bring in a fierceness that, especially if we're gonna be as sensitive as we are, which is so delicate, it's so potent, but it's so delicate that we have to have a fierceness. So in regards to our personal practice, we're not just going to be laying around and feeling sensations and getting downloads and doing the subtle energetic work, of course, is essential, but we also need to bolster this with some stronger practices. So I find that I love teaching core work, especially on a physical level, when we can start to feel the edges of our body, even when we can start to feel that we have a little bit more muscle, a little bit more support for our bones. And that when we can feel, especially in our core, how we can feel the muscles almost like they're knitting together, they're bringing together our front body, that there's gonna be a support there. Because fierceness means I'm able to own my boundaries. And boundaries are essential if you're gonna be sensitive. Otherwise, you're gonna be just like spilling out all over the place, feel like you're feeling way too much, and potentially going crazy. We're not a fan of going crazy. We like going crazy in a good way, but not in a way where you feel a little psychotic. So having this fierceness, this ability to sense what your body feels like and to feel the muscles and to feel how your core is really holding you and that you're living in your core. I haven't yet found anything better than doing that physical work where it's like, yeah, here's my low belly muscles, here's my pelvic floor, here's my, serratus anterior, here's the muscles in my back. Like, it just feels so good. So I invite you, if you are more sensitive, that it's time to also respect boundaries for yourself and to know what that feels like for you. And to also let yourself bring in a little bit of that fierceness, that Kali, that Shiva, that fire, and that anger. When you're feeling angry, it's not just because you're this randomly angry person, that your system might be feeling a spark like, whoa, there was a little invasion of my boundaries, or something doesn't feel right. And instead of just putting it away, bypassing it, pretending your anger isn't spiritual, or that you're just not an angry person, that you actually appreciate the fire that's running through you and you let yourself feel it, and that you allow that to be a life force that helps you stay in your own integrity. Stay tuned for much more of what I would call the fierce sensitivity and even the fierce yin.